Hey y'all, welcome to an album review that I really should have done long ago, but due to various reasons I couldn't. You can see the whole entire story in my previous video, but I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's get into Gost, non-Paradisi. This album is something I've been highly anticipating, so yeah, you can look at the story I have on Gost from my Synthtember review of them, which I will probably might do an annotation above, or you can look in the description and you'll find it. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Let's go with track one, Commencement. This really kicks us off, and if you don't know, the album is based on the poem Paradise Lost, which is about the formation of hell, as you can tell by this very dark album artwork. Yeah. And basically, don't expect it to get like too crazy with that. I mean, it does have the tone that you would kind of expect from that, but it's not like a big, huge narrative. He's not really married to it, but yeah. So track one really sets that kind of tone and is a great use of instrumentals, but it does take a break and kind of gets like this little danceable vibe going to it. And the downside is the tone does get a bit too slow before the second part of the song. There's a lot of change-ups in songs on this album, and that's pretty cool, so I'm going to give that 4 out of 5, and we're going to move on to Nat S&C. This was a track I didn't really dig. I mean, again, it still keeps that tone, and it evolves in these plucky little synth lines, which is pretty good, but and it does have a few changes, but I don't know, man. I kind of felt like there was something missing on this. I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe a bit too much repetition. Okay, and then we got the third track, Aggrandizement featuring Bitchcraft. This one is one I was really a fan of. It's pretty slower than the rest of them. It's kind of got like this bit of a mysterious, haunting vibe to it. And we have our first female guest vocalist on here, which there are 3. You have Bitchcraft, who does just this amazing job with these moody, haunting vocals. And the vocals are a bit repetitive, but it's just done so well that I don't even mind it, and it uses pretty much everything to perfection, so that gets a 5 out of 5 from me. Then you have the fourth track, Lake of Fire? Yeah, Lake of Fire. It's again kind of a bit of a slow instrumental, but it's pretty heavy. It sounds like if the Warriors somehow broke into hell, and it really picks up around the 3-minute mark, and really switches up to this kind of happy, but at the same time very evil tone. But you still got a bit of repetition on this track, which kind of brings it down for me, so I'm giving that a 3 out of 5. Then you got 5, Supreme with Haley Stewart, and oh dear God, does this song really kick in a high gear. It's honestly one of my favorites. You got this very fast and bouncy beat, and it's really cool if you compare it to Without Trace, because that song had more of this kind of slower, but maybe not slower, but more mellow tone to it. This one feels like a friggin' adrenaline shot in the arm, and it's just really fast-paced, and only chills out on the verses. And even then, you can still kind of hear, like, it's just around the corner and it's getting ready to start back up again. And it kicks right back into it for the choruses. And the one thing that might bother some is that there's some EDM-ish stutter vocals near the bridge. But it does give the track this sort of drug-like euphoria that it's going for. So I give that one 5 out of 5. Then we got track number 6, Fourth. Now this has a drilling backbeat to it, and it got some of that really funky slap bass on it too. And later on, this very devilish, sinister accompaniment kicks in. Like, you got the chants and the choir and stuff. Like, very sort of like, yeah, like that sort of shit. And it changes up a few more times and adds to each part to the instrumental, which is pretty good. Tracks like Nascency, I think, are, I don't know, like maybe some of the later ones on this album. Kind of remind me of early Daft Punk, where, like, their first album, where the beats are good, but where are they going? I was more used to, like, stuff from Discovery and their later work. So yeah, that one gets a 5 out of 5. Then you got track 7, Arise, featuring Crystal Ann. Pretty much their first big single from the album. I kind of have, I mean, it's a pretty good song, but it's kind of got like a bit of a different tone. Like, again, it kind of starts off as this sort of really dark, dreary sort of thing. It kind of kicks in. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying here. A very sinister, dark, slow opening, but it kicks in these choppy but very solid synth lines, and Crystal Ann's voice is pretty good on this, and almost chant-like, but it's pretty melodic at the same time. And in the late part of the song, you kind of hear this Tron Legacy-like synth line, which really spices it up a little bit. One downside, I think, but not enough to me to rate the song lower. I'm kind of rambling on again. I'm not a professional with this. I gotta really work on this shit. Anne's vocals can be a little bit cheesy in the chorus. Like, she kind of gets a bit too into it, but it's not enough to shut down the song. So what the hell? 5 out of 5. Then we got their next one, which is Malefic Areum. Malefic Areum has this raid-like approach, as I like to call it, where the beginning is kind of like just them posting up on the door, like, okay, I'm gonna stop right there. And yeah, and then there's like this little vocal sample from some movie or something. I don't know where exactly it's from. But then it just goes friggin' crazy. Like, I don't know. There's probably a few good songs off of Behemoth you could reference for this one. It's just basically this kind of really fast, really frantic, and dark sort of, really kind of danceable tune. And it does get a little bit chill at some points, but there's this sludge backbeat that, much like in Supreme, lets you know they can just run right back in and start wrecking shit up. And, well, you know, it does, and it ups the ante by, again, using some of those demonic chants, then bring you right back to where you started. Not the exact beginning, though. So, yeah, that gets a 5 out of 5 from me. Then you got the 9th track, which is Unum Infernum. And this track is probably the most happiest one you're going to get. even that doesn't really last long. It kind of runs on this slow build method of adding a piece to the song where it goes, which again, I really enjoy. And this is a lot like the Batman character Two-Face, because some vocal samples come in from various forms of Mia and just throw it into a bit of a darker place. So I really enjoy rides like that, so I give it a 5 out of 5. Then we got our final track, I Am a Bad End. This song is pretty good, I think. I think it has a really strong start. This very chainsaw-like backbeat that kind of like res. I think it's pretty interesting, and it goes at a very steady pace. Gets layer, but then it just builds right back up again and takes a sinister form. And after a vocal sample, I think like halfway through, it changes up to this slow but very dark instrumental, and we just ride out on that and it speeds up a little bit more. So I give it a 4 out of 5, and here's my overall thoughts. I think it's a great textbook album where that you could show someone that you want to introduce to synthwave, but they're kind of like a bit of a metalhead, so they kind of want something a little bit darker. This I would definitely recommend along with stuff like Perturbator and Carpenter Brute. It's also a good example of that one too. And you got I think all the female vocalists on this album were really good. Good performances from each of them. And I think they really complement Gost well in whatever song they're on. The one downside I have with it is some of the beats in the early half suffer from a bit of repetition. So overall, I give this album 8 out of 10. And I end my rambling, shitty album review. And I will try to like get some more synthwave stuff in for New Year. As a matter of fact, anyone who watches this, if anyone, post down in the comments what you think I should do for next year. I mean, there's tons of possibilities, you know, like I would love to review singles. I would love to do some streaming, but the problem is I'm pretty much limited to my PS4 because I can't really work OBS that well, and I don't think I can run it that well either. So yeah, man, leave something in the comments and I'll get around to it. And I'll definitely look at it, take it in. So yeah, check you guys later. Stay rad. Hey y'all, did you like the review? Probably not, because I rambled through a lot of that shit, but just wanted to give a little bit of heads up that I didn't put at the end of the video because I forgot. If you like Gost album, go down to Bandcamp and you can actually I'll post the link in the description, and all of the Gost albums, as well as pretty much every release for the music, actually I think all, are name your own price. They do it so they can avoid piracy, which they really don't want. So if you want to go get it for free, you can, but I'd honestly recommend dropping a few bucks on their album if you really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm going to post that down in the description, and also I am going to put the link to my Synthtember review of Gost down in the description as well. So yeah, guys have a great one. Check you guys later.